All right.
Oh, it's okay.
36th District Court in the state of Michigan is now in session with the Honorable Marlena E. Taylor presiding. During these proceedings, there is no eating, no sleeping, no lying down, no wearing of any head garments, no driving. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. All right. Now calling the matter of the people versus Jonathan Tyler Walker. This is ticket SP 15118981. This is one count of improper lane use, roadway divided. And count two of that same ticket is disregard signal red or amber. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel first, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Joe Irby appearing on behalf of Mr. Jonathan Tyler Walker, who's with this court via Zoom. Mr. Walker, please state your name for the record.
Jonathan Walker.
Yes, Your Honor. Today is the date and time scheduled for a formal hearing on this matter. I would like to acknowledge that Officer Murphy was present or is present today. And additionally, Your Honor, there should have been a third ticket on here for tinted windows as well that was brought out of default, I believe. I'm not sure if it's on the judge's docket, but I did advise my clients of his rights in this particular matter, right to confront the officer in reference to the allegations. However, he wishes to avail himself of the plea offer where he would be pleading to an amended charge of 1 to 5 over improper, the lane use, which will be 1 to 5 over, and the remaining 2 counts will be dismissed.
All right. And do you stipulate to the 4 corners of the ticket to establish a factual basis, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor, so stipulate.
All right, and I do have that other ticket. The equipment violation is ticket SP. It's count 3 of this ticket, SP 15118983. I'll bring it out of default and add it with these tickets. All right, so at this time, the court's going to enter a plea to 1 to 5 speed. The remaining 2 counts will be dismissed. Sir, the fine for this is $125. Typically, you have 14 days to do to pay civil infractions. Is that going to be enough time for you, sir?
Yeah, that should be fine.
All right, so I'll have it due no later than February 6th of 2024. That fine is due at that time, okay?
All righty.
All right, if there's nothing further, you are all set. Thank you, Mr. Walker. Thank you, Attorney Irby.
Thank you, Judge. Have a great day.
You too.
Good morning, Judge. Miss Mason, if you can hear me, can you meet me in breakout room 2, please? Thank you.
All right. Mr. Walker, you're all set. You can go ahead and log off. Just make sure you make that payment. You can either physically come down to 36th District Court and make it, or you can go online and pay it at 36thdistrictcourt.org, okay?
All righty. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. All right, have a great rest of your day, okay?
You as well.
I will. Bye-bye.
Ms. Williams, did you speak with an attorney? Okay.
Yes, I did.
How about you, Ms. Walls?
Yes, I spoke to him.
Both of you, was it a man that you spoke with?
Yes. Yes.
All right. I'm going to put you in the waiting room.
Good morning, Officer Wiggins.
Good morning, ma'am.
Hi, who are you?
Last name Walker, first name E, first initial E.
Okay, I think was it scheduled for 9 o'clock?
Yes.
Right, his first name is Edward. He's not here, but I have you checked in.
Okay.
Okay, Officer Wiggins, I'm gonna put you in breakout room 1. That's where law enforcement will wait. If you have to leave for any reason, please leave your phone number in chat.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Yeah, I'm gonna just run into Ms. Willis's breakout room to spell her name. I'll be right back. Mm. Okay, Mary, I don't see Kevin Young on the docket either. Am I just overlooking his name? Or is he here? Or on the docket? I know he's here because I checked him in. Okay, I ain't gonna worry about it. If he's here and he's not on the docket,
Where is he? Is he in the breakout room?
um, I believe he is. I just have him written down. I put his name down before I got the docket. Let's see.
Yeah, he's not on the document.
Yeah, he was here because I wrote his name down when he came, but I don't see him now. He left. Maybe he figured it out. Jeremy Wright, did you speak with,
Yes,
did you speak with the gentleman, a man attorney?
yes, I did.
I'm put you in the waiting room.
Madam Clerk,
Yes.
do you have a Omar Zindini on your roster? Because I don't have him on mine.
What's the last name?
Zindini,
Yeah, he's on page 3, toward the bottom.
yeah, not on mine. Okay, I'm gonna, yeah, he's not
Sent
on.
you an updated docket though.
What's that?
I sent you an updated docket.
Miss Mason, can you hear me?
Yes.
Could you give me an offer for Omar Zindani? He's on the updated roster. Looks like it's a food establishment violation. It's on page 3.
Okay, what's his name again?
Zindani, first name Omar.
Is he a show cause or
Yes.
show cause? What time? 7:10.
8:45. The last one on 8:45 on
Okay.
page 3.
Yeah, there's no offer on Mr. Omar Zindani. I need to talk to the investigators on that.
Okay.
Yeah, because they was on some bullshit anyway. I know they.
Ms. Wilson,
Wow. What was they on, Miss Wilson? That was some stuff. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Ms. Wilson, I asked you to enter the courtroom quietly. Okay, I'm gonna put you in the breakout, in the waiting room. Thank you.
What?
Thomasia Wilson. Thomasia Wilson. Ms. Wilson, can you hear me? Do you all see on the screen what I'm looking at? What is that about? Configure Camo Studio.
I don't know.
Ms.
That might be her background or something. She was in the waiting room waiting
Oh,
because she needs to come back in to get her date because she wants a jury, a trial.
she
I
had
don't know what happened to her picture though.
so she has been talked to by the judge.
Yeah, from what I remember, Miss Wilson, she was the one who came in the courtroom using cussing bad words.
Oh, all right, then I'm just gonna put her back in the waiting room. Thomasia Wilson. Thomasia Wilson.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Can you turn your video back on, please?
Mm,
Okay, thank you, ma'am. I'm gonna put you back in the waiting room. What happened? You lost connection?
Yep.
I'll put you back.
Her matter's ready, though. Her matter's ready. Madam Clerk, is it possible for you to run an SOS for me on Abigail Hayes? Last name begins with a Y. Madam Clerk, could you hear me?
Yes, I run it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna just
It's
start.
valid.
Uh-oh.
Thank you.
Mary, there's a Joseph Watson that I checked in who's not on the docket. At least I don't see him. Nope, my apologies. I found him.
Madam Clerk,
Yes.
yes, ma'am. I told my people to come out the room, but I don't see them. I think I've spoken with all the even people now.
I think they came out, Sandy placed them in the waiting room.
Oh, okay. I didn't see them on the big screen. All righty.
Yes, yeah.
Mr. Rucker,
Yes, ma'am.
the reason we bring them out and put them in the waiting room is because it's easier to get them out of the waiting room than out of the breakout room when she's ready to call their case.
Okay. Okay. And yeah, I just bought this computer a week ago and I'm trying to learn how to finagle it. And okay.
And all of your clients, I just put ready behind them since you can't rename them.
All right, thank you.
So are you ready with all yours, Attorney Rucker?
Yes, ma'am, that I'm aware of.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Oh,
Is Miss Mason on?
I
Or
was
is she
just
in another
about to
courtroom?
ask that.
Miss Mason, when you get a
Yes.
moment, can you go to breakout room 2? And Mr. Rucker, you need to ask me a question.
No, I'll meet you guys in 2 if you don't mind as well.
Not a problem. Thank you.
Attorney Rucker, did you talk to Lillian Williams? She's in room 28.
Ooh, let me see.
Lillian Williams.
No, that doesn't sound familiar.
Okay.
In 28, I'm not seeing anybody in 28, Judge. I'm looking
There's somebody in 28.
in the breakout room. Okay, let me see.
Okay. Huh? Yeah, that's what I want to know. Did Edward Walker check in? And anyone saw?
No, he could not, Judge. That's
Okay,
the one.
let me get this officer out of here. Officer Wiggins?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Mr. Walker. Sorry. Mr. Walker didn't sign in, so you're all set. He'll be capious.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Have a great rest of your day.
Judge, I do have someone in room 3 that he's on telephone. He will need to be brought out as well.
Okay. Let's see. There's Mr. Walker.
Yes.
Wells, Mr. Wells, Mr.
Yes.
Wells. I said the wrong name. Let me bring him out and do him. David Wells?
Yes.
All right. Now calling the matter of People versus David Lee Wells. This is ticket SP 1512281. Count 1 is failed to signal. Count 2, driver's license expired. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Janecki Nance, P 68686, appearing on behalf of Mr. Wells. Mr. Wells, please state your name for the record.
David Wells.
Judge, today's a date and time set for pretrial and hearing. Mr. Wells and I have had an opportunity to discuss his matter. He has advised me he wants to continue his not guilty and not responsible plea and have this matter scheduled for a trial. We've discussed the jury trial. He's advised me that he wants to have a jury trial regarding these matters and he needs appointed counsel, Judge.
His license is valid.
I understand that, Judge.
Are we not dismissing the license valid count? Because then it's just a failed to signal, and that's a civil infraction, which is not a jury trial.
And I did talk about that. He indicated that that's what he wanted, Judge. And I did advise Ms. Mason about that, and she was willing to dismiss that, Judge.
Your Honor, this is the city prosecutor, Chiku Mason, 43471. We do not need Mr. Wells's permission to dismiss a case. We will be dismissing that our own volition.
All right, thank you very much. So count 2 is dismissed. Sir, that means that it's a civil infraction on count 1. You do not get jury trials for count 1, civil infraction. You can have a formal hearing before me. Would you like to do that?
What's that?
A formal hearing. It means that you can argue your point and what happened with that count 1 failed to signal, and the officer would do the same, and then I would decide.
Yeah, I mean, so I can't have a jury trial. If I can't have a jury trial, yeah, I like to argue my point.
You can't have a jury trial because civil infractions don't require a jury trial, sir. I'm not allowed to do so. They don't even have to be recorded.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. All right.
Oh no,
So
I was saying since I can't have, I was trying to say since you informed me that I can't have a jury trial, then I'd rather do it the other way that you mentioned, where I can argue my point.
Okay. So With that being said, I have to be able to physically see you. So how you're on the phone today can't happen. I have to physically see you for the formal hearing. So I'm gonna schedule it. So that gives you plenty of time to figure out how to get on Zoom so I can see you. Because I have to see you for the formal hearing, which I'll be scheduling to take place on March 20th,
March
2024.
20th.
March 20th, yes,
Okay.
at 9:30 a.m., okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I'll see you then for your formal hearing on count one, okay?
Okay.
All right, have a good day.
Thank you, Judge. And
You
Judge,
too.
I'm stepping away for just one moment.
Okay, no problem. Thank you for letting me know.
Hello.
You're all set, Mr. Wells. You can go ahead and log up. I'll see you on March 20th, okay?
At 9:30, right?
At 9:30, okay?
March 20th. Okay. What's your name?
My name is Marlena Taylor.
Marlena Taylor.
Yes.
Okay. 9:30. Okay. So I
9:30
don't have to do nothing but just. So they dismissed the licensing.
Yes, because your license is valid, sir.
Right. No,
It
I
had
just
just
asked.
expired, so we just wanted you to get it re-upped, and you did that.
Right.
So now it's dismissed. So we just have the failed to signal count. Okay.
Okay. See you March
right.
20th.
Okay.
Thanks.
See you then, sir. Is Mr. Andrew Williams yours, Attorney Rucker?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, now calling the matter of the people versus Andrew Williams. This is ticket SP 1512271. This is one count drove while license suspended. Count two is passed on the left. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Tyron Rucker, P number 61867, on behalf of Mr. Andrew Williams. Mr. Williams, state your name.
Andrew Williams.
Your Honor, at this time, my client is requesting a bench trial or any alternative and adjourned pretrial date.
Okay. I mean, I could give him either one. Sir, you believe you're gonna be able to come into compliance?
As far as?
Yes, Your Honor, if I may, Your Honor.
Yes, you may.
What's going on is he had a suspension because of failure to take a breathalyzer. His lawyer neglected to do something. The lawyer has now appealed, and they'll have that hearing in about 3 days. So he'll know from there where he stands, basically. And that's why we're asking for the adjournment.
Okay. I mean, so sir, Mr. Williams, do you want the pretrial or do you want a bench trial? It's up to you. I can give you either one today.
The bench trial is the bench trial.
Huh?
The bench trial, I think, is what we discussed.
Okay. All right. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You can put your hand down. Did you have a chance to talk to an attorney about your case and about your rights?
Yes, I was trying to see if I can get an adjournment.
Mr. Williams, are you using your listening ears? Please tell me you're using your listening ears on this fine Tuesday. Didn't I just ask you if you wanted an adjournment or a bench trial, Mr. Williams? And I said, I'll give you the option. Then you're going to say, we discussed bench trial. Then when I'm asking you now, you all like, I kind of want an adjournment. What you want, Mr. Williams? You want an adjournment or a bench trial? I give you either one.
I'll apologize. I was explaining that the bench trial would be an adjournment.
It's not though. Okay, so you got to understand it's two different language uses here, Mr. Williams. So an adjourned pretrial means that you're going to come back and you anticipate that you'll have everything back in order and be requesting of the prosecutor's office that everything be dismissed, right?
Yeah.
A bench trial is saying that I'm admitting I'm not guilty at this point in time, and I want the officers to come so that I can have a hearing before me. It doesn't mean that it has to necessarily go forward, but it's saying I want the officers to appear, and that's the difference. So when you say adjourn, that's what this court is thinking in their head: adjourn pretrial, not adjourn bench trial. You see what I'm saying?
No, I'm aware of what you're saying. When I was discussing it in the breakout room, maybe I misheard what how he was just explaining it. I thought that the adjournment that I was asking for, which would be a bench trial in a future date, and then we were going over the offer as far as the charges go when the bench trial arrives from an adjournment.
Okay.
If I may, Your Honor, this is the city prosecutor. It probably would be beneficial for him to have a bench trial since it's a moving violation. I can get the officers in here and we can probably flesh this out a little bit better.
All right, fantastic. I'll set this for a bench trial on the date of April 8th, 2024 at 9:30 a.m. Bond will be set at $0. That concludes this hearing. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
You too. Have a good day. Oh, excuse me. You back yet, Attorney Nance, or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I just want to make sure before I start bringing people in.
Bring them in. We're here. Let's get this done.
Yeah, she did
Okay.
in the chat, Judge, indicating that she was back.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't even see the chat pop up. Antonio Williams.
Yes.
All right. Now calling the matter of the people versus Antonio or is it Antoine?
Yes, it's Antoine.
Antoine Donald Martell Williams. This is ticket SP 1514410. Count 1, disregard signal red or amber. Count 2, no receipt of or unsigned registration. Count 3, no proof of insurance. Ticket SP 1514580, drove while unlicensed. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Janecki Nance appearing on behalf of Mr. Williams. Mr. Williams, state your name for the record.
Antoine Williams.
Judge, today's the date and time set for pretrial and hearing regarding these matters. Judge, I've had an opportunity to speak with Mr. Williams regarding this. He's advised me that he'd like to continue his not guilty and not responsible pleas on these matters, schedule them for jury trial. However, with that, Judge, he's also advised me that he would be looking to retain counsel on this. So I'm not sure if we need to schedule this maybe for a final pretrial in order to give him that opportunity to do that.
I'll do a pretrial. That way I'll give him enough time to get his own attorney. And that way, whatever attorney he's retained, then we can work out the jury trial date. I won't just do a jury trial without having retained counsel at that point in time.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So I'll set this matter for a pretrial in a month, though. So let me see what date I want to give you, because I want you to come back and let me know with your attorney when this matter can be put onto my docket for a jury trial. So
Now, Judge, while you're doing this, the city prosecutor, Diachiku Mason 43471, on Mr. Antoine Williams, he has a civil infraction, the disregard the red signal. The jury trial, I'm dismissing the no registration and no insurance of proof, which are civil cases. So the jury trial would be on the driving while unlicensed.
Yeah. Okay. Just that one count.
But to be fair, the driving, the disregarding the red signal would travel with the driving while unlicensed, wouldn't it?
Okay. Yeah, I'll just decide that. The jury wouldn't decide it. So that's fine. Okay. I'm not going to dismiss anything today until he gets the attorney here. I'm going to leave it as is for the rest of everything.
No, Judge, I'm sorry. I actually misspoke. Those are two separate case numbers. My apologies.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, it's okay, though. I would hear it all at once. Obviously, the officers would be present. So I would hear that and decide that at the same time as the jury trial. But let me see. Let me make sure this is a good day that I'm bringing him back. All right, sir, I'm going to have you come back Tuesday, February 27th. That gives you enough time to try and find an attorney for an adjourned pretrial. Tuesday, February 27th at 8:45 a.m. for a pretrial on these matters so that you can retain counsel. At that point in time, then we can move forward with everything else we need to do, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, if there's nothing further, I'll see you back for a pretrial on the date of February 27th, okay, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, if there's nothing further, you're all set.
Okay, have a good one.
You too.
Can you bring in Terrell Walker? Because he has 4 other cases scheduled for trial on February 23rd.
February 23rd?
4 hearings and trial.
All right.
I can just add that too.
Terrell Walker,
Can you see if he wasn't aware of that?
yes, I remember this case. So we did it like this for a reason.
Oh,
Let me remember. Mr. Walker, were you supposed to get your own counsel or was counsel supposed to be appointed for you?
I was supposed to get my own counsel. I had called up
That's
here and tried to reschedule, but they said I had to come in and talk to you first. I had got my counsel maybe 2 days ago.
And why is your counsel not here today if you got counsel 2 days ago?
I guess my counsel is Mr. Reed. He told me just to tell you that I guess reschedule, I guess, so he can get the evidence or something.
That's not how this works, and your counsel should know that. I'm over it. So over it, everybody, on Tuesday. Everyone hear that? Tuesday, January 23rd. I'm over it. Because, I mean, what does that do for me? Nothing. You have a a bench trial scheduled on February 23rd, and I'm trying to figure out. Now calling the matter of the people versus Terrell Walker. This is ticket SP 1507163, one count brandishing a firearm. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Tyron Rucker, P number 61867. On behalf of Mr. Terrell Walker. Mr. Walker, state your name.
Well, first, I'd like to put my appearance on the
I'm
record.
sorry.
Diachiku Mason, City of Detroit, P43471.
Go ahead, Attorney Rucker.
Yes, Your Honor. After speaking with the client, my notes, he says he's waiting on an attorney. I explained him the two types of trials, and he just indicated does not know what he wants to do without his attorney. So without his attorney, Your Honor. So I tried to get a definitive answer, but I was unable to.
And at this point, Your Honor, for the record, I would like to make a motion for costs to be assessed against the attorney for not being.
Mr. Walker, state your name for the record, please.
Terrell Walker.
All right. So the problem is, Mr. Walker, is that I asked that you have counsel today. And I asked that you have counsel today so that we can continue to have. Now I'm going to see if he's not present, then when I give you dates and times, how am I to know that he can come back for those dates and times? Do you have his schedule?
No, ma'am.
Mr. Walker?
No, ma'am.
Right. So if I say, let me adjourn this so that he can come in here, if I pick an adjourned date and he's in a trial someplace, what am I supposed to do? Do you see my conundrum?
No.
It makes it difficult. I'm gonna have you come back on February. He needs to be here on February 23rd, 2024. That's when you have your other scheduled bench trials. We'll figure out what to do with this case on that day. So I'm going to adjourn this. I'm not going to assess any fines. I know you want me to, Attorney Mason. I'm not. But let him know if he's not here on that date and time that we can get you some appointed counsel. But I'm not going to delay this matter any further because I'm already having to delay it right now. And tell Mr. Reed that he knows this is not how court happens and works. I don't care if I am just a district court judge. This is not how this works. If he knew, he could have called the court himself. No, Mr. Walker. He could have called he knows he could call the court and discuss this with us and get a new date and time for you and not have you come. You shouldn't be coming in here asking that on behalf of your attorney. Okay. All right. I'm adjourning this until 2/23/24 so that counsel can be here so we can move forward with this case. That concludes this hearing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Just a pre-trial, and it's just gonna be a pre-trial. Don't put that as a trial, just pre-trial, because we're gonna go into disarray. Destiny Wilson.
Yes.
Now calling the matter of the people versus Destiny, Michelle Wilson. This is ticket SP 1511662, count 1, supply false information and or ID to police officers. Count 2, fail to immediately disclose to officer that he or she is carrying a weapon. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Ira Rucker, P number 61867 on behalf of Miss Destiny Williams. Miss Williams, state your name.
Destiny Wilson.
Okay, they have it as Williams.
Nope, I'm Wilson.
Okay.
All right, how are we moving forward today?
Your Honor, my client has indicated that she would request a jury trial regarding this matter. Is that still correct, Ms. Wilson?
Yes.
All right, do you have counsel?
Attorney Rucker.
Do you have counsel for yourself? Because then you're going to have to get discovery and have all those things presented to you. So do you have counsel or do you intend to get counsel?
No.
Can you afford counsel?
No.
All right, so I'm going to have to get some counsel appointed to you. I'm going to have you come back for another date so that I can make sure counsel is appointed to you. I need you to call the courtroom. Are you ready to take down the phone number?
Yes.
313 965 2293.
313-965-2293.
That's correct, ma'am. Call so we can get some important information from you. I'm going to have you come back for a pretrial on the date of February 27th. February 27th. That's going to be for us to pick out what day we can have the jury trial based on the attorney's schedule, and that way they can get some information from you and get some discovery, okay?
Sounds good, yes.
All right, if there's nothing further, you're all set. I'll see you back February 27th. Don't forget to call the courtroom, please.
Okay.
All right, have a good day.
You too.
All right, thank you. Abigail, yes. Yes.
Yes, can you hear me?
I can. Can you turn your camera on for me, please?
Sure. Hold on a second, something is wrong. It's my Zoom. Okay.
All right. Now calling the matter of the people versus Abigail Romaine Yoshiish. This is ticket SP 1521421. Count 1, failed to display a valid operator's license, not on person. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Jeanette Nance appeared on behalf of Ms. Yakiyes. Ma'am, state your name for the record.
Abigail Hayes.
Judge, today's the date and time set for show cause. We waive any reading of the information. Stand mute.
This time the court's going to enter a plea of not guilty on behalf of your client. How are we proceeding?
Judge, there's a recommendation to dismiss. She has a valid driver's license. We'll join that recommendation.
All right, at this time, the court is going to grant that request. I'm going to dismiss this matter without prejudice. Ma'am, you paid a whole speeding ticket. Next time, come back to court and try and take care of everything. You got like 3 points for that speeding ticket. And you would have come to court, we may have been able to try and lower it a little bit. Okay?
Oh, okay. Thank you.
All right. Next time, if you have a misdemeanor ticket with it, or if you have a ticket in general, see if they can help you out a little bit. Okay? I appreciate you. Okay?
Thank you. Okay.
You're welcome. Have a good day, ma'am. I will. Thank you. Bringing in Stephen Walker. Mr. Walker?
Yes.
Now calling the matter of the people. Could you put your whole face in the camera? I want to be like that too, especially today. It's one of them days where it's just drabby and you just don't want to do nothing. But I had to get up. I had to put on clothes and I had to come into work. All right. Calling the matter of the people versus Stephen Alante Walker. This is ticket SP 1511120. Count 1, drove while license suspended. Count 2, disregard traffic control device. I also have ticket number SP. These are on warrant status. SP 1459073, count 1, drove while license suspended. Count 2, drive untitled, unregistered motor vehicle. Count 3, no insurance misdemeanor. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Janecky Nance appearing on behalf of Mr. Walker. Mr. Walker, state your name for the record.
Stefan Alante Walker.
Judge, the court indicated that he had some matters that were in warrant status. We asked that those, the cases be set aside, the warrants recalled. As it relates to the arraignment, we wait for a reading stand mute. We probably need to go back and speak with Ms. Mason regarding those because those were not part of the negotiation that we dealt with. The negotiation.
At this time, Your Honor, I can give a global offer based upon what the court has represented.
Okay.
Okay, the offer still stands with the license suspended, goes to failure to display, disregard traffic device goes to 1 to 5. The case in warrant status, the license suspended is dismissed. The untitled, unregistered becomes improper plates and dismissal of the no insurance.
Mr. Walker, do you understand what she just advised you of?
Yes, I do. But yes, I do.
I'm sorry, Mr. Walker, I didn't hear what you said.
I say yes, I understand. So
Do you
will we
want
be
to?
taking care of all the matters today?
We can. What she's saying is, in addition to the 2 that we discussed, you tender a plea on, there will be 1 more to pleading to the unregistered motor vehicle. It will be reduced to an improper plate, and then the remaining counts will be dismissed.
You said an unregistered vehicle
Would be reduced to an improper plate, and then the remaining counts on the ticket that were in warrant status would be dismissed.
Okay, but to my knowledge, when I got pulled over, the car wasn't registered to my name because I was test driving it from a lot.
So Judge, place me in a breakout room, Mr. Walker.
Okay,
right.
I know. Mr. Walker, I'll put you into breakout room number 3 with her. Join 3, Attorney Nance. All right. You have Zayla Walls.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Zayla Walls.
Hi.
Hi. Now calling the matter of the people versus Zayla Jada Nicole Walls. This is ticket SP 1505083, 1 count drive unregistered untitled motor vehicle. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Tyrone Rucker, P number 61867 on behalf of Ms. Zayla Walls. Ms. Walls, state your name.
Zayla Walsh.
Your Honor, we have reached an agreement whereby my client is indicating she would plead to the amended charge of improper plates. The original charge, unregistered, untitled vehicle would be dismissed. Is that your understanding, Ms. Walls?
Yes.
You know, she took care of a civil infraction that went with this ticket. It was a defective bumper ticket. Attorney Mason, is there any way that she took care of a defective bumper ticket and she made a payment on it? This is a drive unregistered, untitled motor vehicle. You still want her to plead to that?
I can dismiss that, Your Honor.
Thank you. I appreciate it. All right. So at this time, the court is going to dismiss this count because she took care of the civil infraction that went with it. Ma'am, you paid that defective bumper ticket. So we're going to dismiss this other count. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right. If there's nothing further, you okay today?
No, this is my last semester in college. I'm a mom, just stressed out, tired.
Okay. Well, take some deep breaths. All right. Everything's going to be okay. We all got to struggle a little bit sometimes to get the goals that we want. If it was easy, everyone would do it. Am I right?
Yep.
And so everyone doesn't do it because they don't have the same goals to achieve. So you just take care of yourself, but know that there's an end part that you're trying to reach. And when you reach it, it's going to be well worth it.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. All right. Good luck to you, ma'am. You're all set. Okay.
You too. Bye. Thanks.
Bye-bye. All right. You have Daphne Williams. Attorney Rucker. Yeah.
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. I'm just, while she's in there, I'm trying to hit all your people who are out here.
Okay.
So I just want to make sure before I bring them out so I don't catch you off guard. Okay.
All right.
All right. Daphne Williams.
Okay.
All right. Ms. Williams, now calling the matter of the people versus Daphne Williams. This is ticket SP 1504863. Count 1 is disregard signal red or amber, it's in default. And count 2 is improper plates. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Tyrone Rucker, P number 61867, on behalf of Ms. Daphne Williams. Ms. Williams, state your name.
Daphne Williams.
Your Honor, my client at this time would like to request a bench trial.
All right. If that's the case, ma'am, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right, you can put your hand down. Did you have a chance to talk to an attorney about your case and about your rights?
Yes.
And it's my understanding that you want to have a bench trial. That's a trial before me as the trier and finder of facts. Is that correct?
Yes, that's what he was telling me to fight. I'll be able to fight for it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll set this matter for a bench trial on the date of April 8th. April 8th at 9:30 a.m. via Zoom, the same way you zoomed in today. I'll set your bond at $0. Okay, ma'am?
Okay.
All right. I'll see you then. Okay.
April 8th. Okay.
April 8th. Put that down. April 8th, 9:30 a.m. I'll wait for you to, so you can make sure you write it down, ma'am.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're very welcome. All right. April 8th, 9:30 a.m. via Zoom. Same way. Okay, ma'am?
Okay.
All right. Recalling the matter of the people versus Stefan Walker. This was ticket SP 1511220 and ticket SP 1459073, counts 1, 2, and 3. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Chinecki Nance appearing on behalf of Mr. Walker. Mr. Walker, state your name for the record.
Stefan Latte Walker.
Judge, thank you for giving Mr. Walker and I that opportunity to discuss this matter further. After our continued conversation, it is my understanding that he'd like to take advantage of the amended recommendation by Assistant Corporation Counsel Mason, where in addition to the failure to the reduction to the failure to display from driving while license suspended, the disregard of traffic device going 1 to 5, he'd also be tendering a plea to that amended count of improper plates.
Improper plates. All right, sir, if you want to take advantage of that, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right, you can put your hand down. I'm trying to have Tuesday just special. Did you have a chance to talk to an attorney about your case and about your rights?
Yes.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for a plea today?
No.
Why is he
No.
whispering? What is up
My
with these
bad.
guys?
I'm tired. I
mean,
work.
I don't
sorry.
need the sexy voice this morning. I don't. I don't understand why all these people have these sexy voices. Yes.
My bad. I'm tired. I just got
It has
to
some
work.
authority about you, okay? All right.
All right, I got
Did
you.
anyone, are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yeah.
And do you understand by taking this guilty plea that you're going to give up the rights to have a bench or a jury trial in these matters? You understand that, Mr. Walker?
Yes.
Understanding all of this, did you still want to move forward today, sir?
Yes.
Okay, I want to take your attention back to the date of October 24th of 2023. At that time, were you driving, looks like a Chevy vehicle in the area of Joy Road and Fielding Streets in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
And was your license suspended at that time, Mr. Walker?
Yes.
And did you speed? Well, it says disregard traffic control device. I know it's being lowered. Counsel, do you stipulate to the four corners of the ticket to establish that factual basis?
So stipulated.
Thank you. And sir, I want to take your attention now back to the date of, this would have been July 5th of last year, 2023. Were you driving a Dodge vehicle in the area of Evanston and Phillips Street in the city of Detroit?
Yes.
And while you're driving that vehicle, Was it unregistered, untitled at the time?
Yes, at the time.
Satisfied,
All right.
Judge.
Satisfied as well. Stipulation for probable cause on the remaining counts to be dismissed.
So stipulated.
All right, so at this time, the court's going to enter a plea to the amended charge, improper plates, amended charge failed to display, and amended charge 1 to 5 speed. Why are you test driving vehicles without no license? First of all, don't answer the question. I'm just fussing at you right now. Because on both of these, your license was suspended. You told me I'm test driving the car. You can't test drive anything without your license, Mr. Walker. Okay. All right. So on that improper plates, I'm gonna waive the cost and fine. So I'm gonna make that $0. The speeding ticket 1 to 5, you get that's $125 fine. Typically, you have 14 days to pay that. Is that gonna be enough time for you, or you need more time?
No, that's fine.
All right, and then I'm going to give you a $200 fine on this driving while license suspended because you drove on it twice out here in these streets. But I'm going to give you 90 days to pay that second ticket since you have to kind of have a quick turnaround for the other one. So I'll give you until April 23rd to have that paid, okay? The 200 additional dollars. Any reinstatement fees above this you have to take care of. And let me see if you have some outstanding costs from 2021 that went to a collection agency. So you need to take care of this stuff, okay?
Do you mind telling me what it is?
I don't mind. It's a no plates, that's $170. And there's a no registration, that's $105, okay?
Okay.
All right, you need to take care of those. I think we took care of the disregard traffic control device today. And I don't know what this loiter auto, that's $78. I have no clue what that is, though. It may not be our court, okay? I don't think it is because it's an ON ticket, and I don't know what that is. But take care of this other stuff, Mr. Walker, okay? Good luck to you.
I will. All right,
Please.
thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. I appreciate you too, Mr. Walker. You have a great rest of your day, okay?
All right, you too.
All right, I will. Thank you. I'm gonna bring in Angelo. No, I can't. You got Mr. Wright's file. Angelo Wright. Angelo Wright. I'm bringing in Francisco Willis. Francisca Willis.
Good morning.
Good morning. Can I now call on the matter of the people of the versus Francisca Willis? This is ticket SP 149720001. No insurance misdemeanor. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Janaki Nancy appearing on behalf of Ms. Willis. Ms. Willis, state your name for the record.
Francesca Willis.
Judge, today's the date and time set for an arraignment on the bench warrant. We ask that any capias be set aside, any warrants recalled. As it relates to the arraignment, we wait for more reading. Stand mute.
At this time, the court's going to enter a plea of not guilty on your client's behalf. How are we moving forward?
Judge, there's a recommendation that if she tenders a plea of no insurance, it will be reduced to an improper plate.
All right, if that's the case, ma'am, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can put your hand down. Did you have a chance to talk to an attorney about your case and about your rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for a plea today?
No, ma'am.
Are you pleading guilty of your own choice?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that by taking this guilty plea, that you're going to give up the rights that you had to have a bench or jury trial in these matters? You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Understanding all of this, did you still want to move forward today?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I want to take your attention back to the date of September 12th of 2023. At that time, were you driving a Dodge vehicle in the area of Plymouth and Myers in the city of Detroit?
Yes, ma'am.
While you were driving that vehicle, was there no insurance on you at the time?
Yes, it was. No insurance.
All right, satisfied. Thank you. And the court is satisfied as well and will enter a plea to the amended charge improper plates in this particular matter. Ma'am, you don't have insurance on your car yet?
So the lady tore my car up. I got into a car accident. I don't have a car now.
And now do you understand the importance of having a car insurance?
Yes, because I done spent over 10,000 in rentals and lifts to get me and my kids back and forth to school and work. Yes, ma'am.
So that's why we want you to have it, because then when stuff like this happens, you at least have a fighting chance to get yourself back together, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. I'm a waiver cost and fines. All right. When you have your next car, make sure you have insurance so that stuff like this.
I will.
Okay. I know you will. Listen, when you said that, I said, well, lesson learned. Because now she don't have no vehicle. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so
All
much.
right. You're very welcome, Ms. Willis. Good luck to you. Okay. I hope you get that
Thank
car
you.
though, because I know that can be difficult and it gets very expensive. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. Have a good day, ma'am.
You too. Thank you. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. I'm bringing in Omar Zendini. Zendina.
Hello.
Okay. Now calling the matter of the people versus Omar Zendina. Dana?
Zendani.
Zendani, thank you. This is ticket, just like it's spelled, Zendani, the Marlena. V ticket 105394. This is one count operating a food establishment without a license. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Tyrone Rucker, P number 61867, on behalf of Mr. Omar Zandini. Mr. Zandini, state your name.
Omar Zendani.
Your Honor, after talking with my client regarding this case, my client has indicated he would plead as charged to a food ordinance violation. Is that correct, Mr. Zandini?
Yes.
All right. If that's the case, sir, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right, you can put your hand down, sir. Did you have a chance to talk to an attorney about your case and about your rights?
Yes.
Then, are you saying yes? It sounds real light.
Sorry.
Okay. No, it's okay. Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for a plea today?
What's your name?
Ben Malone.
No.
I'm talking to you. Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything, Mr. Zandini?
No.
In exchange for a plea? Okay. No. Are you pleading guilty of your own free will?
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes.
And do you understand that by taking this guilty plea today, all these men whispering that you're going to give up the rights to have a bench or a jury trial in these matters?
Yes.
I think it sounds loud at some points, and at other points it doesn't sound loud, and I don't know why. Okay. All right. And understanding all of this, did you still want to move forward today?
Yes.
All right. I want to take your attention back to the date of, it looks like on or around November the 1st to November the 20th of 2023. Were you or do you own a hook and fish?
Yep.
And chicken spot?
Yep.
And did you fail to obtain a license before you began selling products?
When I took it over, I thought when we caught up with the inspections and the COC, I thought that was everything that was needed. And then when the inspector came in, he told me I did not have it. And then yeah. And then when I tried to go get it, the lease was not in my name. That was what was holding me back. And then the owner was in Yemen. So it took a while to get the paper. And then he signed the paper saying he wasn't in the country, but he was turning it over to me. And then when I went to go to the building, they said I have to have it in my name. And I went to go apply with it, and they said I needed to show 10x the rent, which was $30,000. And that was the issue. I couldn't really show that money in my account.
So in short, no, you did not have the license.
No, I'm sorry.
Okay. No. I appreciate the explanation, but you ain't had a license at the time, and it sounds like you had a difficult time getting it changed over, okay? Satisfied, counsel?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
All right, the court is satisfied as well, and will enter a plea to one count operating a food establishment without a license. Do you have it now, sir, or no? You're still working on it?
Still working on it. Should be done within a month. So it should be done. We're working.
I am going to give you a fine, though, because I have an inkling that you're still operating.
Yeah, thank you.
So, $250 fine. How long would that take you to pay? 30 or 60 days?
I can even pay it today if necessary.
Okay. I'll give you 30 days if need be. That's going to be February 23rd, 2024. Okay.
May I ask a question?
Yes.
How would I go about paying this? Do I just go to the court website?
You can either physically come down. That's a great question. You can physically come down to 36th District Court and pay for it. You can go online to 36districtcourt.org and pay for it that way as well. Okay. Okay. So you can go either way, 36districtcourt.org, or you can physically come down here. If you go online, can you give us at least 2 days so we can make sure it's in the computer system? Okay. All right. If there's nothing further, you got any more questions, sir? Are you all set?
No, thank you, Your Honor. Hope you have a wonderful day. And thank you, counsel.
You too. And good luck to you with getting that license together. I know it's taking you some time, but keep pushing.
So much.
Okay.
I appreciate you. Have a good
No
day.
problem. You too. Bye-bye. I'm bringing in Angela Wright. Mr. Wright, unmute yourself for me, sir. Now do that.
Yep.
Yeah, there we go. Now calling the matter of the people versus Angelo Terrell Wright. This is ticket SP 1276862. Count 1, drive unregistered or untitled motor vehicle. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Jackie Nance appearing on behalf of Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright, state your name for the record.
Angelo Terrell Wright.
Judge, today's the date and time set for show cause. We wait for more reading, stand mute.
All right, this time the court's going to enter a plea of not guilty on behalf of your client. How are we moving forward?
Judge has a recommendation to dismiss. He has documentation. We join that recommendation.
Fantastic. All right, so at this time, the court is going to dismiss this matter without prejudice. Sir, make sure you always keep everything valid, up to date, and in your vehicle at all time, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Including your insurance that I saw, that ticket. Make sure you come to court too. We can handle everything at one time, okay? Attorney Rucker, you got loud background. I know. Attorney Rucker got background noise. I said, make sure you have everything all the time put together, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Have a good day.
You too. Thank you.
I will. Bye-bye. Bringing in Robert Young. Mr. Young?
Yes.
Now calling the matter of the people versus Robert Jeremiah Young II. This is ticket SP 1512642. Count 1, consuming marijuana while operating a motor vehicle. Count 2 is nope, not count 2. Ticket number SP 1512641. One count, tinted windows. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please. Spoke to Mr. Young.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was on mute. Janeki
Okay.
Nance on behalf of Mr. Young. Mr. Young, state your name for the record.
Robert Young.
Judge, today's the date and time set for pretrial and hearing. There's a recommendation that if he tenders a plea on ticket ending in 6421, it will be taken under a 3-month delayed sentence, and ticket ending in 6411 will be dismissed.
All right. You want to take advantage of that today, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right, you can put your hand down. Did you have a chance to talk to an attorney about your case and about your rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for a plea today?
No, ma'am.
Are you pleading guilty of your own free will?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes.
You understand that by taking this guilty plea, you're going to give up the rights that you had to have a bench or a jury trial in these matters. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Understanding all of this, did you still want to move forward today?
Move forward and
Move forward to take the plea. Did you still want to take the plea today?
Oh, yes.
All right. I want to take your attention back to the date of October the 18th of 2023. Were you in the area of Seminole and East Warren in the city of Detroit driving a Chevy vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
And were you consuming marijuana while you were driving this vehicle, sir?
Yes.
Satisfied, counsel?
Satisfied, Judge.
All right. and the court is satisfied as well and will enter a plea to consuming marijuana under delayed sentence. The remaining civil infraction will be dismissed. Mr. Young, spread the word. Even if marijuana is legal, you cannot smoke and drive. You cannot be in the vehicle smoking and driving, whether you're the driver or the passenger. You cannot be in the vehicle and drive and smoke marijuana, ride and smoke marijuana. You cannot do any of those things. You understand me, young man?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? We can't do it. Spread the word. All right. My fine is $250. You have 3 months to pay that. So you have that period of time from today until you come back for your review in 3 months, which will be April 23rd of 2024 at 8:45 a.m. Have my fine paid, sir, okay?
Okay.
All right. If there's nothing further, spread the word. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
All right. Have a good day. Have my fine paid too, Mr. Young.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye. All right, I'm gonna bring in the rest of the folks. All right. He wasn't. I'm gonna tell him about himself. Neither was the iPhone. Mr. Wright, you did not check in. That means you were not on time today. You need to call my courtroom.
Wait a minute. Hold on, Judge. Hold on.
Dr. Jeremy Wright?
I may have. Hold on.
Okay, you saving him right now.
Oh, no, actually, I did not speak to Jeremy Wright. My apologies.
Judge, he signed a long time ago, evidently, and came back.
He signed in a long time ago and then came back.
Yeah, well,
please place yourself on mute if I'm not talking to you. Please place yourself on mute. Mute. Until I call your case. I know that this iPhone hadn't signed in. Did he? Did anyone speak to the person on the iPhone with the lovely hat on for court today?
I don't think so.
I'm sorry, I'm currently at work.
Oh, not you, Mr. Wynn. Mr. Wynn, stop talking. I'm not talking to you. You don't have a lovely hat on. You don't know I'm talking to somebody else. You good, Mr. Wynn. I know you at work. I'll get you in a moment. He took his face out the camera. That's why you ain't even know, Mr. Wynn. Sir, what's your name and why are you just now signing in? Not you, Mr. Wright.
I'm sorry, man. I signed in like 30 minutes ago. I've been sitting on it waiting.
I know. I saw when you signed in. You were late to court today. What's your name?
Henry Allen Wolf Fox.
Okay, you need to call the court and get a new date. You ready for the number? Yes, call the court and get a new date. Your time was probably at 8:45 this morning and you signed in at 10:30. Where they do that at?
I didn't know the date. I mean, I didn't know the time. I apologize.
Hey, that's fantastic. I know that's why y'all have tickets, because y'all didn't follow directions and rules. But today you're gonna have to call the courtroom. So you ready for the phone number? Let me know.
Yes, ma'am. I'm ready for the phone number, and I did follow rules. I don't know why they gave me a ticket.
313.
Yep.
965.
Yes, ma'am.
2293. He not on the docket for today. Y'all killing me. He's not even call. Yes, you're not even on my docket for today. Call the courtroom so you can find out your information.
Oh my God.
Call the courtroom so you can find out your information.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Y'all just watching me fuss today. I apologize, y'all. Yes, you are. You are not supposed to leave after you talk to the attorney. You leave after you talk to me, okay? All right. Destiny Williams?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Maybe not.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry. I know I called you, but I can't call you yet. I apologize. Put yourself back on mute for a moment, okay?
Okay.
And I know you're not laying under no covers. I can see you.
Oh, sorry.
Do I? Williams. Wilson. We already did Wilson. I don't have her.
Oh, two Destiny. Yeah, two Destiny.
We do.
Oh.
Joseph Watson.
Yes.
All right, now calling the matter of the people versus Joseph Watson. This is Z ticket 808-356. This is a one count of operating while intoxicated. Today was the day that he was to come back. He needed more time to pay and complete 2 classes. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel. And we don't have a probation officer for this one that checked in, did we? For Mr. Watson.
Tyron Rucker, P number 61867, on behalf of Mr. Joseph Watson. Mr. Watson, state your name.
Joseph Watson.
Your Honor, I have spoken with my client. Today is the date time set for his review. He's indicated he believes he owes about $1,200. He will make the next payment of $200 on January the 29th. I believe he represented that he's completed everything except for the financial obligations. Is that correct, Mr. Watson?
Yes, sir.
Okay, give me a moment.
Joseph what? Yeah. Okay, thanks.
Okay, give us 1 second. I'm gonna recall this matter. Go back on mute, Mr. Watson. I thought I called Lillian Williams already. Did I not call you Lillian Williams?
No, ma'am. It just let
All
me
right,
back
now
in.
All right, now calling the matter of the people versus Lillian J. Williams. This is ticket SP 1525240. 1 count drove while license suspended. Count 2, no insurance misdemeanor. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel.
Tyron Rucker, P number 61867, on behalf of Ms. Lillian Williams. Ms. Williams, state your name.
Lillian Williams.
Your Honor, we have reached an agreement with this matter. As such, my client will be pleading to the amended charge of failure to display, and the other charge, I believe the no insurance will be dismissed. Is that your understanding, Ms. Williams?
Yes, it is.
All right, if that's the case, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
All right, you can put your hand down. Did you have a chance to talk to an attorney about your case and about your rights?
Yes, I did.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for a plea today?
No, they did not.
Are you pleading guilty of your own choice?
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes.
And do you understand that by taking this guilty plea today, that you're going to give up the rights that you had to have a bench or a jury trial in these matters?
Yes, I do.
Understanding it all, did you still want to move forward?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I want to take your attention back to the date of November the 22nd of 2023. Were you in the area of Evergreen in West Chicago in the city of Detroit driving a Jeep vehicle? Miss Williams, don't
Yes,
cook
ma'am.
or take medicine. I can see you. Please stop. It's so distracting. All right, and while you were doing that, was your license suspended at the time?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, satisfied, counsel?
Satisfied.
All right, stipulation for probable cause on the remaining count to be dismissed.
So stipulate.
All right, at this time, the court's going to enter a plea to the amended charge failed to display. The remaining count will be dismissed. Ma'am, my fine is $200. How long will that take you to pay? 30 or 60 days?
30.
All right, so I'll
Less
have
than
it
that,
due no
actually,
later
but
than
yes.
Okay, February 23rd, 2024, okay?
Thank you.
All right, if there's nothing further, you're all set, okay?
Thank you so much.
You're welcome very much, okay?
Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. All right, Destiny Williams, I'm gonna call your case because you having a lot of trouble moving now. It's making me dizzy. Now calling the matters of the people versus Destiny, Delilah Williams. This is ticket SP 1067581. This is one count fraudulent false insurance information. Count two, no insurance information. No insurance. Count three is drove while license not valid or improper. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Tyron Rucker, P number 61867, on behalf of Miss Destiny Williams. Ms. Williams, state your name.
Destiny Williams.
Your Honor, we have reached a resolution in this matter whereby my client will be pleading to the amended charge of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive on the providing the false insurance. The no insurance would be dismissed and the improper license would be amended to fail to display. Is that your understanding, Ms. Williams?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, sir.
All right. If that's the case, ma'am, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or Ms. Williams, get yourself completely together for court. I'm gonna call you in a minute. I'm gonna put you in the waiting room. Get yourself together for court. Okay, you have a robe on. All right. Okay. Ms. Wilson, Tama, I'm gonna mess up your first name. What's your first name? Tamicia? Okay. All right, now calling the matter of the people versus Tamicia Wilson. This is ticket SP 1495822. Count one, allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. Count two, no insurance misdemeanor. Count three, drive unregistered, untitled motor vehicle. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Becky Nance appearing on behalf of Ms. Wilson. Ms. Wilson, please state your name for the record.
Tamicia Wilson.
Judge, today's the date and time set for show cause regarding her matters. We wait for a reading, stand mute.
At this time, the court's going to enter a plea of not guilty on behalf of your client. How are we proceeding?
So, Judge, I know we've done a couple of different things today. This was a situation where Ms. Wilson, the people were willing to dismiss counts 2 and 3 of this ticket, the no insurance and the unregistered or untitled motor vehicle, because she had valid documentation. However, we wanted her to tender a plea on that count one, allowing an unlicensed driver. And that would be the reason why we would be going to trial. We would be asking to continue the not guilty plea and scheduling this matter for trial. I don't know if the court wants to dismiss those two and then we go to trial on that one count.
She can have both. She can present the valid docs again that day.
Okay. Well, then if that's the case, Judge, we've had an opportunity to discuss the differences between a bench trial and a jury trial, where with a jury trial, 6 people would need to listen to the facts associated with the case and make a determination of whether or not she's guilty or not guilty. She's advised me that she'd like to waive her right to a jury trial and have this matter heard by the court and have a bench trial. Is that correct, Ms. Wilson?
Yes.
All right. If that's the case, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right. You can put your hand down. Did you have a chance to talk to the attorney about your case and about your night?
Yes.
Rights. Let me say it right. Right. And it's my understanding that you want to have a bench trial. That's a trial before me as the trier and finder of facts. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to set this matter for a bench trial on the date of April 8th. April 8th, 9 a.m. The same way that you came in, 9:30 a.m. The same way that you came in with the video. That's how you have to come in that day. Okay.
9:30.
9:30. Okay.
Okay.
And remember, I can always hear you, Miss Wilson. So watch your language. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Have a good day.
You too.
All right. John Wright. Mr. Wright.
I'm gonna send him a note because we're waiting on that one as well.
Okay. Okay. All right.
I guess, Judge, you can call another one. He's not responding yet.
Okay. Kadari Wynn. Mr. Nguyen?
Yes, ma'am.
I see he's trying to get back to work. I'm gonna help him out. Now calling the matter of the people versus Kadari Nguyen. This is ticket SP 1523286. Count 1, no insurance misdemeanor. Count 2, tinted windows. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Connection Nancy Payne on behalf of Mr. Nguyen. Mr. Nguyen, please state your name for the record.
Kadari Wynn. Excuse, may I say something about the tinted windows? Because I explained to the officer that I pay a
Nguyen,
note
hold
on
on.
the car.
Mr. Nguyen, hold on. Hold on.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I think
Wynn.
because I think we can
I'm
resolve
sorry.
it too. Hold on. All right. Judge, today is the date and time set for a show cause. Judge, court to waive the formal reading, stand mute.
At this time, the court's going to enter a plea of not guilty on behalf of the client. How are we proceeding today?
There's a recommendation if he tenders a plea to the no insurance, it will be reduced to an improper plate. And we also ask that the other matter that was in default for the tinted windows for the court to dismiss it.
Okay, I will. Mr. Nguyen, you're not arguing about this no insurance, are you?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay, please raise your right hand then. I'm gonna dismiss the other ticket, okay?
Thank you. I didn't know if I could take the tint off the windows. I paid a note on the vehicle.
Listen, Mr. Nguyen, follow whatever they're talking about when they come to tinted windows, okay? I don't know all the rules, but just check and make sure they're okay, okay?
I took it off.
I appreciate you, Mr. Nguyen, and I'm gonna dismiss it, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can put your hand down. Did you have a chance to talk to an attorney about your case and about your rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for a plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you pleading guilty of your own choice?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand that by taking this guilty plea, you're going to give up the rights that you had to have a bench or a jury trial in this matter? You understand that?
Yes.
Understanding all of that, did you still want to move forward? I couldn't hear you real good. What'd you say?
I'm sorry. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I want to take your attention back to the date of November 18th of 2023. Were you driving a Ford vehicle in the area of Grand River and Freeland Streets in the city of Detroit?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you not have any car insurance on that vehicle at that time, sir?
No.
All right, satisfied, counsel? All right, the court is satisfied as well and will enter a plea to 1 count improper plates. The remaining civil infraction will be dismissed, okay? Sir, my fine is typically $200. Is that something you're able to afford?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, how long do you need? 30 or 60 days?
I would take the 30 days, but I seen that was right around the 23rd. But I'm moving into my first apartment February 22nd.
Very great.
Thank you. So for 60 days, I can do that. I'll be happy to abide by that.
All right. So that brings us to March 25th. Don't forget, okay?
Yes, ma'am. That's
all right. Congratulations on moving into your apartment, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. If there's nothing further, you're all set, okay? All right. Officer Thomas, you there?
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. You can just leave, Mr. Nguyen. You can go online and pay it that way. All right, recalling the matter of the people versus Joseph Watson. This is e-ticket 808356. This is 1 count operating while intoxicated. Today is the day and time for a review. He needed more time to pay and to complete 2 classes. Appearances for the record, starting with Officer Thomas, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Officer Joseph Thomas on behalf of the Probation Department.
All right. Attorney Rucker.
Your Honor, it looks like we lost Mr. Watson.
Oh, darn it.
I can just say this, Your Honor, he just owes money at this point.
Okay. He did take the 2 classes then?
He did. I have proof of them. He did so the only condition he has left to do.
All right. So
he has a balance of $770. I just don't know how soon he's gonna be able to pay.
Okay.
Can we do a 90-day review?
Yes, I can do a 90-day review. So as long as I just want to make sure he took care of those classes. So I'll give him a 90-day review. When he signs back on, I'll give him until April 23rd, 2024.
April 23rd. Thank you, Your Honor.
Yep. And if he just needs to be released, let me know. Okay.
Will do. I'll submit early discharge if he does pay.
Fantastic. I appreciate that so very much. All right. That concludes this hearing. Thank you, Officer Thomas. I appreciate you.
Not a problem.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. John Wright, can you hear us yet, sir? All right. What about KM Witherspoon?
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Turn on your camera for me, please.
Mr. Watts is back.
All right. Fantastic. Mr. Watts, we're going to give you an adjournment to pay that fine. You need some more time, so I'm going to give you 90 days. Okay, April 23rd, Mr. Watts. Okay, hold on. Mr. Watts, can you hear us? Watson, I'm sorry. Mr. Watson, can you hear us?
Yes.
All right, I'm giving you until April 23rd to make payments. You just have to pay, right?
Yes.
April 23rd is when we're going to have the review. If you finish it before then, your officer will make a plea to the court or let the court know, and I'll discharge you early, okay?
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Have a good day, okay?
You as well. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I will. Thank you. I appreciate you too, Mr. Watson, for your patience today.
Thank you.
All right. Kayon Witherspoon?
Yes.
All right. Now calling the matter of the people versus Kayon Christopher Witherspoon. This is ticket SP 1496231. Count 1, no insurance misdemeanor. Count 2, no proof of insurance. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please. Anyone talk to him?
Who is this? Miss Witherspoon?
Mr. Witherspoon. You know, he paid 2 default tickets. I know you may not know that. So can you just put your appearance on the record and make the appropriate motion for me?
Absolutely. Jackie Nance appearing on behalf of Mr. Witherspoon. Mr. Witherspoon, please state your name for the record.
Kayon Witherspoon.
Judge, today's the date and time set for show cause regarding his matters. We waive formal reading, still mute.
All right, this time the court's going to enter a plea on this matter, plea of not guilty. How are we proceeding, counsel?
As due to Mr. Witherspoon previously paying 2 civil infractions, we're going to ask the court to dismiss ticket number SP 1496231.
All right, this time the court is going to dismiss that ticket. He paid 2 additional civil infractions, so I'll dismiss those at this time. Sir, Mr. Witherspoon, you got a new ticket. Did you make a court date for it? Because if not, you owe the money, or you need to make a court date for the speeding ticket. It's not before me. It's before a magistrate.
Yeah, I thought that's what this was for until I looked and seen it was the no insurance. But I had insurance. They just didn't look at my phone.
Okay. But you hear what I'm saying? It's not about that case. So you need to, it looks like it was due yesterday. So you need to call ASAP and see if you can get this, because you don't want, this is 31 miles plus. You don't want those points.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. So you need to figure that out so that
So
you
would
can
I
be
just
able
call the 36th district court and ask them about my court date?
Yes. Tell them you need a court date and see if they'll be able to give you a court date. Okay.
Okay.
All right, because you want to take care of that. You don't want that to linger out there.
Yeah, I was gonna pay it, but I thought today was the court date for it.
Well, they may reduce it today, but I don't know how much you can get it reduced. Let me see. Attorney Mason, are you on?
Yes, Your Honor.
Attorney Mason, he has a speeding ticket that was not on the docket because he just got it on January 8th, 2024. It alleged that in the area of I-96, he must have been on the freeway that I don't even know if I want to say how fast they alleged you were going. Limited access speed, 31 miles plus over posted speed. The state trooper stopped him. It's alleged that he was doing 106 in a 55-mile-per-hour zone. That's the allegations.
Judge, what's the case number on that ticket?
SX
That's a
four
ticket, Judge.
43194421.
Okay, is that what you need now?
And he got it on the 8th, so the 14 days was yesterday. But I don't know if there's anything. Do you want him to take a class and come back, or how do you want to do it? I can retain.
I thought I had got it on the 31st. That's when I got pulled over on the 31st on New Year's night.
You did. You know what? I'm such a liar. You are correct. You got it on December 31st, 2023 at 9:47. You are absolutely right, Mr. Witherspoon. Okay. I'm sorry. I see the entry date and I accidentally read the entry date.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
Your Honor, I wouldn't have any objection of taking a driver class, coming back to we there, at least with the.
Okay, Mr. Witherspoon, so you can take a driver's class and come back. You want to do that?
What that mean?
That means that.
Judge,
go ahead, Attorney Nance.
Mr. Witherspoon, what it means is you need to go to the Secretary of State's website. In their search bar, you need to type in the words basic driver's improvement course. They will give
you said type in basic driver what?
Improvement course.
Okay.
They will give you a listing of online schools where you can take driver's improvement courses. You are going to go on there, select one of those companies. You will take the class, okay? Once you take the class and you successfully complete that class, you're going to bring back to court at your next court date a copy of the certificate so that the prosecutor can see that you have successfully completed that class, and hopefully they will present you with a better offer than you plead responsible as charged to what you've been charged with.
Okay. And how long I got to do that?
Well, we need to wait to see when the judge is going to give you your next court date on that ticket.
Okay.
My next court date is not until March 20th. Does that give you enough time, Mr. Witherspoon?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll do it on March 20th. You'll sign back in. I'll retain jurisdiction of this. Attorney Mason, should I set it for a formal hearing so it can stay on my docket just in case? I want to make sure it can stay on here.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so I'll set it for a formal hearing that day. What are you putting it in the putting it in your phone, Mr. Witherspoon?
Yeah, I'm putting it in my notes. So I don't
forget. I figured as much. I appreciate it. Okay, formal hearing on 3/20/24. Take that class so we can see if we can get you a little lower. Okay.
Okay, the 20th when my court date is.
Yes, the 20th is when March 20th is your court date, and put in your phone at 8:30 a.m.
Yeah, 8:30. All right.
All right. He trying to resolve this. So I appreciate you, Mr. Witherspoon. And I appreciate you putting it in your phone. I like to see that, okay?
Yeah, because I forget.
Okay, listen, I don't want you to forget. So I'll see you March 20th at 8:30 a.m.
Then I go to the Secretary of State and tell them that I need the basic driver improvement class.
That's right. Because what happens when you take it, they'll give you a certificate, and then we can show them that you're trying to improve with your driving skills so that we can ask for it to be lowered to something way less than that. Okay.
Okay.
And you don't have to go to the Secretary of State. You can do it online, Mr. Witherspoon.
All right. I'm about to go on there right now. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Witherspoon. What day you coming back to see me?
The 20th on March.
All right. I'll see you then at 8:30. Okay.
All right.
All right. Have a good day.
You too.
All right. I see you here now, Mr. Wright. I've been calling for your name. I knew you were having a little trouble though, so I just was gonna be patient. Unmute yourself for me. John Wright. All right. I know sometimes it doesn't let you do it, but I can hear you now, okay? All right. Now calling the matter of the people versus John Willie Wright. This is ticket SP 1509324. Count 1, no insurance misdemeanor. Count 2, drove while license suspended. Count 3, expired plates, that's in default. He also has in warrant status, and I don't know if you knew about this, Attorney Nance, ticket number 481039, no operator's license on person. Ticket SP 1065898, count 1, drove while license suspended. Count 2, no insurance misdemeanor. And ticket number SP 1400178, count 1, drive unregistered, untitled motor vehicle. Count 2, no insurance misdemeanor. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Janeki Nance appearing on behalf of Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright, please state your name for the record.
John Wright.
Judge, today is a date and time set for pretrial and hearing regarding his matters. As it relates to those tickets that may be in default, Judge, in warrant status, we ask that any KPs be set aside, any warrants recalled, and we waive formal reading stand mute on those as well.
All right. So at this time, the court is going to enter pleas of not guilty on your client's behalf. How are we planning on moving forward today?
Judge, on these, we're asking the court to continue the not guilty plea and continue the pretrial. There are some things that Mr. Wright is going to try to do to get these in order.
Okay. He does have 2 additional civil infractions that I think I can take out.
So, Judge, were those the ones that were that included a no insurance ticket?
Yes. Yep. A no insurance and a defective brake lights. I can still do the ones in 23. Those haven't gone to collection yet, so I can pull those out.
If we pull those out, Miss Mason, can you give us a recommendation on all those if we pull those out of default? Because that is the one ticket he was going to try to take care of because I believe that's the reason why his license is affected.
It probably is.
So can we, if Miss Mason would work with me with those, we could probably resolve everything today.
We've got a defective brake civil. What else?
No proof of insurance, and then he has an expired plate that's in default. Those are the only ones I can take out of default. And then in addition to the cases that you had, he had in warrant status, no operator's license on person.
Yeah, I got those.
Okay.
So I would just, all he had played on the warrants, plead to improper plates, and I'll dismiss the civil defaults. And the rest of them, the ones on the docket remain the same. That offer remains the same on the docket.
Let me make sure I understand. So you said, Judge, I just want to make sure the ones that were in default, what are those charges again? I mean, in a warrant.
No, there are no proof of insurance and defective brake lights.
So we can't reduce that to an improper plate because it's a civil infraction.
No, he also has warrants.
That's what I was asking about. What was in warrant status?
In warrant status, he had license suspended, unregistered, untitled, and no insurance. And so I said I would dismiss the license suspended, and I would dismiss the no insurance misdemeanor. Plead to the lower offer of improper plates on the unregistered, untitled.
Okay, so that means he's going to plead to 3. The no insurance that was reduced to an improper plate on the original ticket on the docket, the driving while license suspended, which would be reduced to a failure to display, and then the driving an unregistered, untitled motor vehicle, which will be reduced to an improper plate, and then everything else be dismissed?
That's correct.
Okay. All right. Mr. Wright, do you understand that?
Say again.
Place me in a breakout room with Mr. Wright, Judge.
I sure will. All right, Mr. Wright, she's going to explain to her. We're trying to get everything together for you today, okay?
Okay.
Okay, and Judge,
and also,
that's okay. And Judge, also place Mr. Jeremy Wright in a breakout room so I can take care of him as well. Judge, did you put Mr. Rucker's note?
I didn't.
Mr. Just so the court, so I'll send the court a note.
Okay, thank you. All right. And then I'll put Mr. John Wright. I'm gonna move you up, Mr. John Wright, a little bit to room number. You want to speak to both of them in the same room or separate rooms, Attorney Nance?
Same room is fine, Judge.
I'll put you in 3 too. Okay, join 3, Mr. Wright.
All right.
And just wait on me because Mr. Rucker needed to step away.
Okay. All right.
Okay, thank you.
Miss Wright, Miss Williams, your attorney signed off. I was trying to let him come back on. That's why you were in there so long, but he didn't. So we may have another attorney handle you. So just hold tight. I'm gonna call you as soon as I can. Okay, Miss Williams?
Okay.
Okay. And you can turn off your camera if you want to for a minute, so that way you can take care of what you need to take care of until it's time. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. You're very welcome. Okay. I was holding you hostage because I was trying to let him come back in and he didn't. So hold on.
Not bad. I can't hear nothing. Yeah, man. Bro, what's going on? Maybe I gotta wait though. I don't know. Why I can't hear nothing? Am I talking? I don't know. What's going on?
Miss Mason, can you hear me?
Oh, there we go.
She can.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Her screen not gonna light up because she's in the courtroom.
Okay, Miss Mason, on
Yes.
right, he has valid documentation. It looks like he had account one that was for expired plates that was in default that didn't go into the system until December. He has that as well too.
Well, I dismissed an expired plates on him, so that's
Okay. No, I mean he has both. He has where is he at on this docket? My eyes are playing tricks on me.
okay. I dismissed his insurance count.
Okay. All right. Let me bring him out.
Now you got all the time.
Yes.
Okay, Judge, we're ready. Oh, maybe not.
All right. I'll stick with Mr. Wright. Recalling the matter of John Wright.
Okay, thank you.
Recalling the matter of the people versus John Wright. I called these tickets on the record. That's SP 1484557, count 1, 2, and 3, and tickets SP 1509342. 48 ticket 481039, SP 1065898, and SP 1400178. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Janecki Nance appearing on behalf of Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright, state your name again for the record.
John Wright.
Okay, Judge, thank you. I know the court had placed some things on the record earlier. There's a recommendation for him to tender a plea off the ones off the docket. Ticket ending in 93, excuse me, not, scratch that, 3421. No insurance, it will be reduced to an improper plate. On count 2 of that same ticket, driving while license suspended, it would be reduced to a failure to display. There was some additional tickets that the court did speak to. There was one ticket, I'm unsure of what the case number was, but it was him operating an unregistered motor vehicle. That ticket would be reduced to an improper plate. Judge, it is my understanding that Mr. Wright would like to take advantage of the plea to those tickets, and the remaining counts would be dismissed, including the ones that may have been in default. We're asking that they be taken out of default.
All right, Mr. Wright, just so you know, there's any cases that were 2022 in default, and like before that time, I can't do anything with them. They now send them over to collection agencies, so you have to take care of that. But the ones that are 2023 are a part of this plea, okay?
All right.
All right, if you want to take advantage of it, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right, you can put your hand down. Did you have a chance to talk to an attorney about your case and about your rights?
Yes.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for a plea today?
No.
Are you pleading guilty of your own free will?
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes.
And do you understand that by taking this guilty plea today, you're going to give up the rights that you had to have a bench or a jury trial in these matters? You understand that?
Yes.
Understanding all of this, did you still want to move forward today?
Yes.
All right. I want to take your attention back to the date of October 17th of 2023, were you in the area of Brush and Minnesota streets in the city of Detroit driving a Chevy vehicle?
Yes.
And while you're driving that Chevy vehicle, did you not have any car insurance on it at the time?
Yes.
Yes, you did not?
Yes.
All right. And did you also drive while your license was suspended?
Yes.
I also want to take you, okay, I got one more too. I want to take you back to the date of October the 24th of 2022. Were you driving in the area of John R. in Minnesota streets in the city of Detroit, that Chevy vehicle, sir?
Yes.
And while you're driving that vehicle, was it unregistered or untitled at that time?
Yes.
Satisfied,
All
Judge.
right. All right, the court is satisfied as well and will enter a plea to the amended charge of improper plates for 2 counts and fail to display for another count. All right, sir. My fine for, let's see. On one of the improper plates, I'll waive the costs and fines on that ticket. And then, the ticket's one. You have to pay the dirty, obscure, and properly displayed plate from 2022. That's already in default. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. If I give you a $300 fine on one of these tickets, can you afford that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, $300 fine. I'll weigh the cost of fines on the other ticket because you need to go back and pay this dirty, obscure, and properly displayed plate ticket too, okay?
All right.
All right. And then I'll have that due in 60 days by 3/25/24, okay? Get your license back.
So you said the say that again, the obscurity or something. What is that? That's the what ticket is that?
It's went back in October 24th of 2022 when you got stopped with the unregistered, no insurance. This is at John R. in Minnesota. You also had dirty, obscure, and properly displayed plate. What that means is that if either in the back window and they couldn't see it, or maybe it was covered up or something, so they couldn't see your license plate. Well, you never came back and took care of that ticket, so it went into default. And since it's older, now they've sent it over to the collection agency, so you need to pay that.
Okay.
Okay.
I just didn't remember, so that's what I was saying. I didn't remember.
No, I understand. It may have just not been sitting right, or they couldn't see it. Whatever it was, it wasn't illuminated. Whatever it was. Okay.
All right, no problem.
All right. All right. If there's nothing further, and that ticket is $126, just so you know. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Four, like 420 altogether.
Yeah, so like $426 plus any reinstatement fees if you have any. Okay, I can't see that you do, but if you have any, you need to pay those too. Okay.
Okay, no problem.
All right. Have a good day, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. All right. Destiny Williams, are you able to do her case, Attorney Nance?
Miss Williams?
Yes,
What are you doing? Are you accepting the recommendation?
I am.
We're ready to do the case then, Judge.
All right. Recalling the matter of People versus Destiny Delilah Williams. This is ticket SP 106758881. Count 1, fraudulent false insurance information. Count 2, no insurance. Count 3, drove while license not valid. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Janecki Nance appearing on behalf of Ms. Williams. Ms. Williams, state your name for the record.
Destiny Delilah Williams.
Judge, today's the date and time set for pretrial. There is a recommendation that if Ms. Williams tenders a plea on ticket ending in 5811, it will be reduced to allowing an unlicensed driver to operate a vehicle. If she also tenders a plea on count 3 of that same ticket, driving while license is not valid, it will be reduced to a failure to display, and count 2 would be dismissed. Ms. Williams, would you like to take advantage of that recommendation?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, ma'am, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can put your hand down. Did you have a chance to talk to an attorney about your case and about your rights?
Yes, I talked to an attorney today.
All right. Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything outside what's been stated today about those 2 counts being reduced in exchange for this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you pleading guilty of your own free will?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you understand that by taking this guilty plea, you're going to give up the rights that you had to have a bench or a jury trial in these matters? You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Understanding all of this, did you still want to move forward today?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. I want to take your attention, ma'am, back to the date of February 25th of 2020. Were you in the area of West McNichols and Mendota Streets in a Saturn vehicle in the city of Detroit?
Honestly, Your Honor, like, I know I'm pleading guilty, but it was so long ago. I don't even remember having the Saturn, you know? Like,
if that's the case, would the court be willing to accept a no contest plea for no recollection?
I sure will. At this time, the court is going to do a no contest plea. I'm going to read from the ticket to establish a factual basis. Is that okay?
Yes, Judge, it is.
All right. Reading from the ticket on February 25th, 2020, in the area of West McNichols and Mendota Streets in the city of Detroit, Ms. Williams was driving a Saturn vehicle and did drive while her license wasn't valid and presented false insurance information. Satisfied, counsel?
Satisfied, Judge.
All right. Stipulation for probable cause on the remaining counts to be dismissed.
Stipulated.
All right. So at this time, the court's going to enter a plea to the amended charge, allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, as well as fail to display a valid operator's license. The remaining count will be dismissed. All right, Ms. Williams, what that simply means is that your insurance was expired and you handed it to them anyways. That's what the fraudulent false means, okay?
Oh,
it wasn't
okay.
working. Because I know sometimes when people hear that, they like, I didn't know. You handed them a document that wasn't valid, and sometimes they opt to say that you gave them something that was false because it's not insurance, right? Okay.
Right.
But it's been lowered to something else. You owe money. I'm not going to assess any more fines or costs because you owe 3 reinstatement fees, and then you owe tickets that are in default from 2020 and 2018, and they're not with our collection agency. So you need to come down and figure out some type of payment plan to pay this stuff, okay?
Okay.
All right, I'm not gonna give you any additional costs because you got to take care of all that, and I think that's enough because you owe like
so
$1,000.
with that, it's already set in stone. Like, it's nothing that I can fight because, like I said, a lot of stuff like I don't even remember. Like, I mean,
So that's why we ask that you handle it when it happens,
right?
Because then, you know what I'm saying? Then you coming up
Yeah.
on these. It's 2018.
Mhm.
First of all, I don't know how you don't remember what car you had. That means you had a lot of cars because I remember the 2 prior cars that I had. Okay.
Yeah, I had a lot of cars. I'm not gonna lie.
You had a lot of cars, but that's why it's imperative that you take care of it when you get the tickets, because then I was about to say, now it's in the collection agency and I can't, you got to come down here and try and figure it out. Okay.
Makes sense. Okay. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. But no more additional fees. Just take care of those things that have already happened in the past. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. If there's nothing further, I'll enter those reduced charges and hopefully you'll be able to get your license back soon. Okay.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. All right. If there's nothing further, you're all set.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Jeremy Wright.
Yes.
Now calling the matter of the people versus Jeremy George Wright Jr. This is ticket SP 1520678. Count 1, expired plates. Count 2, no insurance misdemeanor. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel.
Jeanette Kenance appearing on behalf of Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright, please state your name for the record.
Jeremy Wright.
Just today's the date and time set for show cause. We waive formal reading standards.
At this time, the court's going to enter a plea of not guilty on your client's behalf. How are we moving forward?
The court also indicated there was a matter in default. Judge, I believe this ticket was issued back in December of last year. We're going to ask the court to set aside the default on that particular matter as well.
Yes, I will. I have these 2 tickets. The court's going to take that ticket out of default and put it on this docket as well. How do you want to move forward?
Judge, I've had an opportunity to verify that Mr. Let me say that there's a recommendation to dismiss count 2 of the ticket, no insurance, because he has provided valid insurance for that vehicle that was shown to the that I've advised the prosecution of. As it relates to count 1, the expired plate, he also had an opportunity to show me a copy of the registration. So we asked the court to consider dismissing that for valid documentation as well.
All right, at this time, being the officer of the court, having seen valid documentation, I will grant that request. I'll dismiss these matters without prejudice. Sir, I hope you see why it's so important that you have everything valid, up to date in your vehicle, so you don't have to sit on court all day long, okay?
Absolutely, I understand.
All right, if there's nothing further, then you're all set, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Sure.
All right. Last but not least, Mr. Ziegler. All right. Now calling the matter of the people versus Lamont Ziegler. This is ticket SP 1511678. Count 1, drove while license suspended. Count 2, failed to display. Count 3, insufficient or defective lights. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Kaneki Nancy appearing on behalf of Mr. Ziegler. Mr. Ziegler, please state your name. Unmute your microphone and state your name for the record.
You see it? I'm asking you to unmute. You see it?
Hello,
Hello. Go ahead. State your name for the record, sir.
Lamont Ziegler.
All right.
Just today's the date and time set for a pretrial and hearing. There is a recommendation that if he tenders a plea of guilty on ticket ending in 16791, driving while license suspended, it will be amended to a failure to display. Count 2 and count 3 of that same ticket will be dismissed.
All right. If that's the case, sir, and you want to do that, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right, you can put your hand down, sir. Did you have a chance to talk to an attorney about your case and about your rights?
Yes.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for a plea today?
No.
No?
No.
Are you pleading guilty of your own free will?
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes.
And do you understand that by taking this guilty plea today, you're going to give up the rights that you had to have a bench or a jury trial in these matters? You understand that?
Yes.
Understanding all of this, did you still want to move forward today?
Yes.
All right. I want to take your attention back to the date of October 18th of 2023. Were you in the area of East 7 Mile and McKay Streets in the city of Detroit driving a Chevy vehicle?
Yes.
And did you fail to display a valid operator's? Nope. Did you drive while your license was suspended on that day, sir?
Yes.
Satisfied, Judge.
Satisfied? All right, court is satisfied as well and will enter a plea. Stipulation for the probable cause for the remaining counts to be dismissed.
Oh, stipulated.
So the court is going to enter a plea to the reduced charge, failed to display. The remaining 2 counts will be dismissed. Sir, you have a number of tickets that are in default that you need to take care of. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tickets. You need to take care of all those tickets. You hear me, sir?
Can you get rid of them for me? Because they normally, when I come to court, they'll chop up a bunch of. I had so many tickets, and they chopped them.
So these are 2021, so they're already with a collection agency. So I can't do anything. You have a 2016 that's with the collection agency, and your last 2 ones are defective equipment. Did you take care of the defective equipment?
On which car?
I don't know, because they're in default. That means that you didn't come back and join us in court on February 17th of last year or on April 16th of last year.
Yes, I did. I did come to court. I did the little Zoom and everything.
You did it for all your the other matters. You didn't do it for these cases.
I don't know about that. I had about $30,000 in tickets, and I only owe like $700-800 now. So
exactly. So you need to pay that. I was about to say, so you need to pay that. If I got your tickets, you don't want to pay nothing. And that's not fair. If I got your tickets all the way down to this low number, you need to take care of that. I'm not assessing any additional costs on this one because you need to take care of these last tickets, the 2021, these 2 2023s, and this 2016 case.
Okay, like I told them
Everything else is
before,
closed.
I get Social Security. I can't work. I can't do nothing. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing
Make a
I can do.
payment plan. So make a
I
payment
can't.
plan.
I can make a payment
Okay.
plan, but I can't make the payments.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, they're at the collection agency, so they'll take that out of your stuff. Like I'm trying to tell you so that you don't just get a shorter check because they've
They
already
can't
sent
take-
it over to collections. So I'm
Nobody can
just
take
letting you
anything
know.
out of my. Nobody can take anything from a Social Security check.
Okay. All right. That concludes this hearing.
Okay.